Well, we haven't done one in a while. Let's do a Ropley walk around. Welcome to In the Loop. As always, a lot happens here at the Watercress line behind closed doors. So, before we get into the main bulk of the episode, let's take a quick fire look around the railway to see just what's been going on. Over here in Ropley Carriagework, the kitchen part of the restaurant car has been pretty much stripped down to its bare components so the guys here can do work on the structure and metalwork, and the bully coach 4211 or 796 has been brought in, taken off its bogies, which have been sent away for tyre turning. At the miniature railway, there's a new locomotive on the street, and no, I'm not talking about the one we spoke about last time. In fact, one of the guys here have been building their very own, and recently it took its very first moves under power. Granted, it looks like a bit of a shell at the moment, but it'll be fantastic to see it running. Down here at Alsford, one of our vans is getting ready to rejoin our demonstration freight fleet, the gunpowder van. Frames dating from 1923, the bodywork dating from 1941. This was designed to carry munitions in the Second World War, and after a lengthy restoration of a good few years by our wagon teams, it's in its final stages of fitness to run exams, and hopefully will be fighting fit and ready to run again. Though that being said, I am hoping they're not planning on laden it with high explosives. Makes for too much excitement. And paperwork, I imagine. Anyway, for all of you diesel fans out there, you may have noticed that you haven't seen much of our Class 47 James Knightle GC, and that's because it's been stopped. At the moment, it's currently undergoing some work to the engine and cylinder liners, but hopefully it won't be too long before we can see it hauling trains again. And finally, to finish off on some fantastic news, we have two shortlisted candidates for this year's Heritage Railway Association Awards. The first one is the Wickham Trolley guys we saw up at Medsted in a previous episode, who have been shortlisted for the Coyley Locomotive Engineering Award for their excellent restoration of the Wickham Trolley. And finally for the Lord Faulkner Young Volunteer Award, which is awarded to anyone under the age of 26 who've made significant achievement in volunteering. Our very own Jake Butt, a personality down here at the railway, both on the trains and at Medsted and Falmark Station, and who has helped us out with a few videos in the past, being our guard. He has been shortlisted for this year's award. So we wish both of them the absolute best of luck, and hopefully they'll both be bringing back a lovely brass plaque. Well, a lot certainly has been happening here at the railway behind closed doors, but now onto our main feature. What's been happening behind me in Ropley Sheds itself? So, to talk to you about that and to take you around the sheds, let me hand you over to our foreman Mark. Over to you, mate.
Hi, welcome to Ropley Works. I'm going to give you a quick tour around today of what's going on at the minute. So at the back of the workshop, in the back, we've got the paint shop. We've got one of the dining coaches in for repairs and repaint. So that's having some light bodywork repairs, and then a full repaint. In front of that here, we've got the S&D Truss Peckett, Kilmerston, had its repaint, just having sort of finishing touches really before reassembly. So the inside of the cab being done, handrails and all that sort of thing. Just behind us, we've got the 7F. This is in for annual boiler exam. We're just having a look at a few sort of repairs on it as well. Some of the defects booked end of last year stopped as well with a potential lubrication issue, so we're just trying to work our way through that really. So we're here out in the yard with various jobs on the go as normal. 506 fundamentally run engine, although it's obviously stored for winter. We'll do a few little jobs on it before it goes back out at the start of the season. We've got our Hunslet, or aka Thomas, sitting up the top, which is currently being washed out for its annual boiler exam. Skulls behind us, again just stored for winter really, drained and so on. To the right we've got Weybridge. You can probably see it's had a little bit of stripping work done. This has been to enable us to, as thoroughly as possible, assess its condition so we can now plan its overhaul. We hopefully know the majority of the works that need doing now. This gives us a good starting point to come up with a plan for it. We've got 750, 79s wheel sets, which have just been removed from the chassis, which you'll see inside in a minute. And then over the back there, 76017, which again is just stored for the winter with a few jobs to do on it before it goes back out in March. So we're now in the workshop, stood next to 75079, which, as previously mentioned, has just been de-wheeled. Bogie hasn't been taken out because that's already been overhauled at an earlier stage. Next stages of this overhaul will be renewing the engine's drag box, overhauling the axle boxes and all that sort of work really, before progressing to motion and so on. To my right we've got the tender wheel sets, which I'm sure has been mentioned before, are brand new. They've currently got the axle boxes off, having some work done, all the horn faces reground and so on. So moving on a little bit, we've got Peckett's chassis. The wheels for this are currently away being retired. It's, as you can see, having a chassis repaint at the moment. We've got a new blast pipe fabricated for it up here. Pistons out down here, which is currently having some new rings made. The rods have been reground, so hopefully we get a nice gland seal on there all the time. So moving around the corner, we've got Canadian Pacific's tender chassis. It's just been re-wheeled, so it's had its full axle box overhaul, and now we're on to basically the stages of reassembling the brake gear. All the brake gear is currently laid out on the top, having been rebushed, so on, so that's basically ready for assembly now. So a couple of other bits on this tender. As you can see, the springs are here. They need a bit of a coat of paint, but they've all been numbered because we've tested them in-house to save us the cost of renewing. The majority of them were still good, so they've just been cleaned up and they'll go again. Axle boxes have all been white metal. All the horn guides are new, so it's been a very large job on this, including new drag box, a lot of plate work. As you can see, it's had a full repaint as well. So moving down to the Ivet, which I'm sure most of you have twigged. I haven't seen it run since, I think, October. It's currently in for annual boiler exam as well. A few motion repairs, try and keep it running nice and tight. Also having a regulator overhaul because that was blowing by. So moving on down, we've got 75079's tender chassis. This is in the assembly stage. It's had all its drag boxes riveted in, or the rear one I should say, stretchers. But brand new horn blocks are just currently being put on, along with the spring hangers and brake hangers. To my right, we've got 08377. It's been in here for basically just a good service and a load of repairs and a full repaint. It's had all the traction motor brushes and so on done, full oil change, and a long list of repairs, a lot of steelwork repairs. So this is nearly done. Yeah. So down here we've got the main drag box from 75079's tender, currently upside down. Some new bits of brake gear on it, which has been all machined here by the group. It's upside down to allow the setting up of the way shaft, because obviously this all needs to be nice and true so it all runs freely, so it doesn't bind and end up with brakes binding on and so on. So now we'll move into the machine shop and show you a few jobs on the go in there. As mentioned previously, the Ivet tank is currently on annual boiler exam as well as regulator overhaul, among other bits. Here to my right we've got the regulator valve along with the regulator body. So this is being blued and scraped in all by hand at the moment, following its machining process to ensure we got a nice steam tight seal. When it's assembled, dust sits on there, open and shut, allowing the steam from the boiler through the main steam pipe down to the cylinders, in basic terms. So again, as mentioned, it's on annual exam. Part of this is boiler washout to allow a thorough inspection of the boiler. What the boiler washout is about is getting scale crud out the boiler. We don't suffer too much from that here because we're on treated water. We've got a treatment plant up the yard which basically cleans the water thoroughly before it goes into our boilers. Not everyone's as fortunate with having that, and obviously you get a lot of scale and dirt build up if you don't. Right, so in it over here we've got a few new valve rings being made for the 7F. We had to take the valves out. Unfortunately, a couple of rings got broken getting them off the head, so we're just turning up some new ones. To my right, we've got intermediate buffers being machined for 75079's tender. Again, being new tender, they're all brand new. Just down here, we've got 75079's tender axle boxes, which are back from having the horn faces ground. So they've just been up on the surface table to have all the offsets measured so we can make sure we get everything running nice and true. Here in the small machine shop, we've got a few jobs on the go. Behind me in the lathe, we've got some piston gland followers being made for the Peckett, so they suit the new smaller rods now they've been ground. Over this side, we've got a batch of patch screws being produced for the boiler shop. These are for the new plate work on the bottom of the Peckett's firebox. On this mill, we've got some J-bolts being made, 75079's tender. These are basic, in theory, don't do a lot unless the spring breaks. They're just there to stop the spring, all the bits from the spring falling out in the event it has a big failure. Over this side, we've got all the bits out for Canadian Pacific's new brake valve. We're just sort of working through what we've got to do to it to get it to a complete finished unit, ready to fit into the engine when the time comes. So I hope you've enjoyed the tour here of Ropley Works. I'm sure appreciate there's a lot going on in the middle of what's supposedly a closed period. If you want to keep up to date with what's happening around the workshop, including on projects like this one, follow Ropley MPD on Facebook.
And thanks again to Mark for another Ropley walk around. And a lot happens here at Ropley in the down season, and a lot has happened since we filmed that. The 08 has now moved into the carriage works for some work to finish off the floor. Some brand new door pillows and some brand new doors will be going in its place. So yeah, a lot happening. Now, as Mark said, if you would like to keep track of everything that's happening around Ropley, then do follow and subscribe to Ropley MPD, and I'll chuck a link in the description. But for now, that's it from us. So thank you to you guys for watching. Thank you to Mark for showing us around. Do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and we shall see you next time.